How are you? It is 6 o'clock on the dot in my drop top. Bringing the tea, like T say. But anyway, you guys, before we get started, remember all things on this channel is alleged, in my opinion. It is for learning, teaching. It is for entertainment, when entertainment applies. And we're going to do entertainment and reality TV. Okay. Just waiting on my peeps to come up in these streets. Hello, hello. Hey, Melanie Curry. How are you? Good evening. How are you? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. How was your day? I hope you had a great day today. Oh, I did. I'm good. I'm good, Melanie. I am. I'm good. Little, I feel like I'm trying to catch a little cold, but, you know, I go drink me some vitamin C, and I'll be all right. And some zinc. I'll be good. Just waiting on the peeps to come on in. Hey, Sharita Watkins, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Is it warm enough for you? It finally warmed up here. It got to 55 degrees. And it actually felt pretty good. Yes, y'all. Oh, no. I ain't getting sick. I got to fight it, Melanie. How's your son, Mel? I'm just getting over COVID better. Oh. Hey, look, Paulette in the game. COVID ain't no joke. I had it for my birthday in July. Hey, I'm still working, but I'll keep sneaking in. Paulette, come on in here. Hey, Dina Mae. Oh, you're in Virginia. Okay. All right. I've been to Richmond a couple of times. I've been a little bit everywhere a couple of times. In Dallas, it's up to 70. What? Okay. Y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a big hunk of snow on us. It's doing a lot of warming up. I would not be surprised. You know, Huntsville got snow, and everybody, what is it, east of the border? I'm in Maryland. I love Richmond. Oh, yeah. It's nice. Virginia is nice, period. They have these caves there. I can't remember where, but I wanted to always go and check those out. Maryland. So do I know some people from Maryland? My friend Tracy's mom's from Maryland. Weather crazy. I'm spending New Year's in. Oh, okay. You're gonna have fun in the big Maryland. I'm spending New Year's Eve right here in my house. Right here in the house. You guys, make sure you hit the like button as you come in. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. That goes for you peekers. Y'all can hit the subscribe button. Please like. Yes, thank you, Melanie. Ciao. Woo. We got about 3 or 4 more minutes to let everybody get up in here. I usually wait about 6-7 minutes to give everybody time. Home is the best place to be. You got that right. Because, you know, you never know what's going to happen on a new year. And the police will be out here, too, pulling people over. I always bring it at home or either at my best friend's house, who is down the street. They'll probably have, like, you know, something. What we talking about today? I love your channel and your accent. Girl, I'm so country. Thank you. We're going to talk about the Shanquilla Robinson photos. We're going to talk about Martell Holt, honey, going off on a viewer. And some other little things. Hey, Sharon W., good evening. How are you? But thank you though, Sharita. I was quarantined for Christmas, so I gotta get out of here. Oh, I know that's right. When I was quarantined, it was in the summer for my birthday. Had just got back from the Keys, Key West. And the next day we got back, I was sicker than a dog. I went to work. I was coughing. I thought it was allergies. Child, I tested myself. That thing lit up like a pregnancy test. COVID, 2 lines. Hey, Simona McKenzie. Hello from the UK. What's up? How are you doing? How's the weather? So everybody was away from me, Sheree. I was so mad. My husband shut the door, put, you know how they have a little opening up under the door when we shut the door? Honey, he don't stuff towels in there. And then he'll lift the towels up and spray Lysol in there. And then throw the towel back. I was like, they trying to kill me in here. Child. I mean, they was trying to literally kill me. Oh. Hello, Simona. Y'all, I ain't never seen nothing like it. And I was like, can somebody please bring me something to eat? No, we ain't. No. I'm like, how am I supposed to eat? Weather is awful, cold, rain, and windy. Merry Christmas, and hope you have a lovely New Year. Me too. Thank you, and Merry Christmas. Well, belated Christmas to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. You can't say years, New Year, okay? That's why a lot of people say, what you talking about, New Year's? I said, it's not New Year's, it's New Year. Okay? Oh, let's see. We right at 1 more minute. I'm going to give them a few more minutes, and then we're going to start. Hey, Alicia. Hello. Hey, Miss J. Hey, Greta. What's going on, Greta Lee? How you doing? I have Alicia, Miss J, Greta. Y'all had a good day today? I hope y'all day was good. 14 watching, 7 likes. Come on, chat. Hit the like button. I know. Gotta hit that like button, y'all. Oh, and I love your hair. And brown. Oh, thank you. Y'all, I'm trying to do the reds. I love red hair. I told you guys I have an aunt. Her name is Fanny. And she used to have natural red hair like this. And every time I see her, I just thought she's the most prettiest woman in my... she was just gorgeous, you know. So that's why I started wearing red again. Went to black. I think I'm gonna keep the red for a while. I'm doing great, Sassy. Watched all the videos you posted today. Y'all, it's a mess out here. I'm a natural red hair. All right, Sharita. I love red hair. I don't know why. It's just one of my... I love red hair on anybody. Y'all think it's pretty. So, y'all, we're going to start with... since we got 19, 20 in here, the rest can come in a minute. I used to wear my hair red when I was younger. Agreed, you need to keep the red hair. It is rocking. Thank you. I am. I think I'm going to keep it. I think, you know, I'm going to do away with the black for a while. Good. So we're going to start with Shanquella Robinson, okay? You guys, there have been pictures surfacing. And they are pretty much crime scene pictures, okay? It has the EMT. You read? It has the EMTs and Dr. Carolina Arnett. I can't. Anyway, Carolina. Okay. Zuniga, which is Gerardo Zuniga. He was the one actually leaked these. Well, he didn't leak them. He put them out. A lot of people are trying to. I have not been able to look at your videos yet. Oh, why? Something wrong? Oh, well, they always there. Y'all, a lot of people are saying, well, not a lot of people. There are people saying that they don't think that's Shanquella. because they feel like the body type is too big and the clothing she had on wasn't what her father described. But let me tell you, no, I will. Just came from the Canary Islands. Oh, okay. Well, come on, watch them. That she had on pajamas. Now, when you're in a state of mind and you know your child has been taken, her life has been taken, you looking at that person, you can't really tell if you know they were pajamas or if it was, to him it might have been pajamas, because she had on pink biker shorts and a black shirt. Okay, it could have been pajamas. He might have thought those were pajamas. And then I was listening to Gerald Jackson, and he was like, don't be bamboozled. This is not Shanquilla. How do you know? And how do we know it's not her? He seems to think the body is too big, and that he's got information on when the body gases start to occur, that you can be that big. It don't occur to after. Melanie, I don't know who they think it is. Because it's at the Villa Linda 32, and that's where it is. They have since then they have did the villa. It's no longer the Villa Linda 32. It's something else now. And one of the biggest billionaires in Mexico own it. And it has not been getting business since this has happened. Nobody will book it. So they revamped it and renamed it, okay, so they can make money. Sassy, no harm, but I'm kind of side-eyeing that guy Gerald. I get it, I understand, but let me explain why I'm leaning towards it's her. I'm leaning towards it's her because let's put it this way. I'm in the middle. I'm not quite sure. I'm still looking up stuff. But I'm closer to thinking it's her because given the condition of the body, how they left her, when she was found, she was already in rigor. And if anybody know, rigor is when the body starts to stiffen, okay? Once rigor sets in, gases start setting in. You might not look bloated, but baby, you just best believe gases sit in. I'm a medical professional, have been for 16, 17 years, been in the medical field for over 25 years. And when I tell you somebody passes, we turned this little lady over and her gases started to set in. And when she did, and we turned her over, the only hole that came out was her booty hole. And everything else came out with it. Because them gases are building up. Okay? So it does not matter. Once rigor sets in, the body is breaking down and it's releasing gases. And it don't matter. She's so tiny, even a little bit of gas can make her look bloated. Okay? So, given this in a hot condition, we don't know if the air was on or if they turned the air off. We don't know. But her hair looks just like the hair in the video. Okay? The way the doctors are looking are like, oh my God, somebody is in trouble. The way the EMTs look like there's nothing we can do. Okay? The only thing I question is they say they were doing CPR, then why is she on her stomach? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But everything matches up. If you see my video, I did try my best to block it out. You have to really zoom in on my video to see it. I don't want that out there and people seeing it, especially if a family is watching a video of mine, to see that. That is very traumatic, okay? I cannot do that to a family. But I did zoom in on the furniture is the same. The exact position that she was in is the same, okay? You guys, it is absolutely horrifying to know that this young lady went there and did not make it back to her family. Now, did they mean to do it? Well, I have a friend that say, I don't think they intentionally meant to do it. But then in my spirit of mind, I think they had an issue with Shanquella before they even went to Cabo. Okay, I think they got along, but they really wasn't like liking one another. I think they got along enough to go to this trip, but do I think they were like liking? I don't think that. You know how you be with a group of people, you cool, but you're not that cool with them because you always side-eyeing something they done did or said. This is how I think it was with them. And I'm going to tell you why. I think Khalil Cook, he went and he coerced her to go. Because you're going to be with me. I got your back. Something pop out. I got you. Yeah, he got you. He didn't never have you. He had her back way back. Okay? He didn't never have her back. And secondly, sorry, you guys. Secondly, she was comfortable in the hammock. So if I go somewhere and I'm side-eyeing some girls, right, I'm not going to lay comfortably in a hammock and sleep. My tail going to be up because I'll be like, wait a minute, these chicks, they ain't loyal. So I need to be on my game. But she was sleeping. And somewhere in the night, she got up, got undressed, and went to bed. Now, if I'm going to be in a house where I think people are not loyal to me, I'm not sleeping in the nude. I'm going to sleep in some pants and be ready to go. But she actually thought these people were good to her. And they were friends. And they were loyal. And nothing was going to pop off in the next morning. Sounds like to me, they made her comfortable. They sound like to me they were perpetrating. And they had an agenda. Okay? And the agenda was to make her pay and embarrass her online. To try to get her businesses to fail. But in all actuality, they took this young girl out, and now they're going to fail. The plan didn't work, okay? So, let's see. I'm going to read a few. Greta says, Sassy, the video you did a great job blocking out Shanquella in was a good taste. Thank you so much, Greta. I just did not want, if y'all want to see it, y'all can go to Geraldo Zuniga's page. His page is fairly new. You can tell he's really not a YouTube person. And he's not, you know, you can tell somebody else set that up. It wasn't him. But anyway, he has well, you can see it. And of course, me reporting on it and talking about it, I had to look at it. I didn't want to, but I zoomed in and it does favor her. But I can't say it's her 100%. Maybe I'm 50-50. I'm on the fence. But the way he described the villa and everything, even the pocketbook that was on the bed was in that picture. So I'm inclined to believe it might have been her. Everybody can get along when someone else is paying for the trip. Thank you. And they probably got along with her just for her to pay for the trip. Okay? And y'all, check this out. 8 weeks prior to this trip, they were already in Mexico. They had been to Mexico before, so were they there? And they was getting information? What were they doing? They were on vacation, but guarantee you they wanted to go back, and they got a free trip. Simona says something was planned, surely. Maybe not death, but they refused to get her to the hospital, so maybe they did. You know, that's what I said. And the timeline, Simona, is not adding up, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Khalil Cook called Salamandra, which is Shanquella's mother, he called her at 4:20. She knew it was 4:20 because she said she was out to dinner and it was 6:20 when he called. 2 hours mountain time is 4:20. He told her the doctors have not yet arrived. But on the police report, the doctor was there at 3:15. Okay? So he lied. He flat out lied and said the doctor said it's on the way. Somebody said it looked like alcohol poisoning. Now, first time alcohol poisoning was mentioned is when he called salamandra. That is a medical term. It is not used lightly, because alcohol poisoning mimics drunkenness. Because you are technically, when you are so drunk and you are liberated, you are poisoning your body. So it is technical to say alcohol poisoning, but poisoning means to the point where you need IV fluids, you need to be flushed out. So that's the first time he used alcohol poisoning, because prior to then, if you listen, they always say, oh, she had too much to drink. She had too much to drink. And we just thought she was just had too much to drink. Well, after the doctor got there, she was the one that said it was alcohol poisoning. That's why Khalil said it was alcohol poisoning. Okay? So, your line's not adding up. The doctor was there at 3:15. Khalil called the mama at 4:20 saying that she had alcohol poisoning, that they needed $5,000 to transport her to the hospital. Salamandra said no, she has medical insurance. That should be sufficient. They said, well, we in a different country. We don't know how the medical insurance work. Salamandra said, please call me back and let me know what's going on. And he said he would. And at 6 o'clock Mountain Time, which was 8 o'clock American time, well, North Carolina time, he called back and said her daughter had passed. Come on. Somebody lying. Point blank, period. Cover up? Yeah. Nancy Toledo says, hi, Nancy here. Hey, Nancy. Robert Zuniga did a live presentation last night on his YouTube channel. Interpreted to English. He put up all the pictures and explained his journalistic investigation and pictures. Yes, Nancy, I saw that. And he did a great job. A lot of people are not believing Geraldo Zuniga. They think he's clout chasing. I don't think he's clout chasing. I think people are trying to make him a clout chaser so they can get all the props. I think that he is reporting what he is being sent because he is investigative. He does have inside intel, which is intelligence in the bureaus and all this. I have went through Google every article, and his name is in every one of them from the Metropolitics. I have not seen anything discrediting him, other than what people are pulling up. And then when I did see it, it really wasn't discredit. It was just a simple fact that he didn't agree with what a woman said. But I mean, we all have that choice, okay? Femicide in Mexico and abroad has to be classified as femicide if it's a woman who has unalived on foreign soil. And there are classifications. They're like 10. You have to meet so many. One of them is the R word. Okay? There has to be semen found on the body. Who was convicted of the R? Nazir Wiggins. Then there has to be physical bruising. There has to be a reason why this woman was attacked. The reason why is because another woman attacked her. Because she was a female and she attacked her. So that's that. Even when they move the body, they can be facing up to 6 to 12 years in prison just for moving the body and tampering with evidence. Okay? Some people say the subpoenas haven't been out. Well, yeah, they are out. Allegedly, they are out. There are a lot of people reporting this. They're not out by the United States. They're out by Mexico. Mexico is pressuring the FBI here in the States, in North Carolina, to get this done. They are ready to proceed and move on. Okay? This big guru who owns the Villa Linda 32, he's not making no money. People are not booking that villa. He's losing money. And I guarantee you that money carries weight in Mexico. And I guarantee you, he's saying, if y'all don't get this mess straight, it's going to be some repercussions. Okay? So, yes, there are subpoenas. Okay, let me read a few and then I go back. Well, if they didn't mean to do it, she's still unalive and it's their fault. Exactly. And if somebody tells you they don't want to fight you and you lay hands on them anyway, that is a premeditated attack. That means to me, if I tell you no, don't hit me, you went ahead and you assaulted that person anyway. You knew it. You ignored them. So it was premeditated attack. Okay, she didn't fight back. She couldn't fight back. She wasn't a fighter. Shanquilla was 5 feet, y'all, and weighed 100 pounds. Okay, she was short and she was tiny. It didn't take much. Why? Why would they do that? Sitting there trying to make a mockery out of her because she had businesses. And they were hating because PPP loans had to be paid back. But hers didn't, because hers was the most lucrative business. Child, these young folks, I'm telling you, why would you take somebody's life and you're going to have to give your life? Okay? I tell people all the time, when you're young, don't be dumb. You better think about your actions, because your actions cause a reaction, and those actions affect everybody that is associated with you, and they affect everyone that is not associated with you, because they're dealing with that loss on the other end of the spectrum. Hey, Kelly. Hi. 34 watching, 17 likes. Come on, check. Get the likes up. Let's see. Sonia Martin. Hey, Sonia. 46 watching now and 18 likes. Make the likes match the number. Simona says, yeah, those that are not a medical profession would say intoxicated max, not alcohol poisoning. Exactly. So, that alcohol poisoning never was mentioned until Khalil called Salamandra at 4:20. The doctor was there a whole hour. Did not do nothing. Tried the IV. The IV was unsuccessful. The doctor said, well, it's alcohol poisoning. The only thing you can do is just let her sleep it off and this and that. Didn't examine her. Didn't assess her. Didn't do any of that. Didn't take her to the hospital. Didn't get blood work. Didn't look at her pupils. Didn't look at her tongue. Didn't look at her reaction. Didn't put water in her ear to make sure she's still reactive. Didn't do anything. Okay? A whole hour went by. And it was only when 4:35 hit, she started to seize and she lost control of her bowels. That's when she called the EMT. The EMT got there at about 4:50, 4:55, something like that. They did CPR, 14 rounds. If you do every minute, every 3 minutes times that, well, at 14, it gives you almost an hour of CPR and shocks and medicines. Because you do 100 to 120 pumps per minute. Okay? So, and then that ended up being, what, 5:40? An hour later, 5:45, she was pronounced unalive at 5:57 p.m. Lies. This is lies. I mean, a blind man can see this. Okay? It don't take a blind man to see this. It really don't. Sassy, when you have alcohol poisoning, is that when all the oxygen is depleted from your body due to excess alcohol? This is a real question. Well, when you have alcohol poisoning is only a medical term of being extremely drunk. Most of the time when people get alcohol poisoning, it's drunkenness, but it's excessive. It's to the point where they're hallucinating or they're just out of their mind and their body is just trying to get rid of it. They use the bathroom on themselves. You know how your old folks used to say he just pissy drunk? That's what alcohol poisoning is. Because when you look at the term alcohol poisoning, you're taking excessive alcohol that's poisoning your system to make you liberated, to make you, out your mind, make you lose your bowels and pee on yourself and talk crazy. That's alcohol poisoning. We just call it intoxication. Okay? We just call it drunk. But that's what alcohol poisoning is. Okay? It makes your breathing really slow. You know, that's why when people are drunk, you have to look at them and make sure they still breathing. Because they get to breathing, they get so relaxed. Everything just falls out and their breathing just goes slower and slower. Okay? So when she said her vital signs were normal, that's a lie. They couldn't have been normal. Her blood pressure had to be low. Her breathing had to be low. That was not normal. Alcohol poisoning to that is an extreme from drunkenness. Being drunk is one thing, but you look at drunkenness like 5 times the amount of alcohol. Your system is trying to revamp itself. Not being funny, but if it was planned, then it was planned stupidly. Exactly. And thank God, even though we hated it was filmed, but thank God it was filmed. Because if this was not recorded, they would have got away with this. They would have gotten away with it. And then the Villa Linda 32 would still be doing business as usual. Okay? I went on, let's see, Google just to see have there been any like deaths in the Villa Linda 32. They said the only one of that villa was Shanquilla's. Okay? And now that people, you know, have saw that it was actually an underlive there, people are not booking it. Like I told you guys earlier, they have revamped, they renamed, rebranded this place. And it's still not being booked. Okay? They booking this other villa. Okay? So you guys, I mean, we can make a difference. Okay? Because when money started to get lost, people started to talk. Okay? If she was dead hours before doctor even came, how can anyone say it was alcohol poisoning? That's what I said, Betty McWilliams. Somebody's timelines are lying. Either they're lying about when they called the doctor, or either the autopsy is not right. The autopsy I would go with, because guess what? It's science and it's backed. Okay? For all I know, they could have called her when they got back after the maid found her and called and pretend like I told y'all the scenario before. They've been out and about having fun, and the maid called and said that Shanquilla didn't look good. They got there, allegedly, and said, oh my God, she looks horrible. And yes, do I believe Nazir was there at the time? Oh yeah, he was there. And the doctor came at 3:15 because Nazir got there about 2:30. Yes, he did. He even said out of his own mouth. But somebody said he didn't get there till after the doctor. No, sir. You was there with the doctor. If you listen to him, he tells on himself. He was there when the doctor was there. He even used the term alcohol poisoning. Okay? Now, Alyssa Hyatt is a nurse practitioner, so she didn't even use alcohol poisoning. She used too much to drink. Okay? Y'all, this is just, it's crazy. But what I'm in turn to believe, and this is why I'm going to stick with until somebody says it's not true, I think Shanquilla passed around 10:30, 11. I think they got dressed and went out. I honestly believe that a maid came in to clean the villa and found her. She had already passed. I think the maid might have came around 1 o'clock, found her, called them and said, look, y'all friend is sick, something's wrong. They come back, they pretend like, oh my God, we got to call. Nazir comes, he's stroking her hair, he's touching on her, he's flipping her over, he's playing music, he's recording it, and they call the doctor. They call the bill and say, look, we need a doctor here. Dr. Carolina comes from the hospital, looks at her, don't touch her, didn't even attempt anything. She says she attempted an IV. If she did, she would have felt the rigor. She didn't touch that girl. She didn't even put her hands on her. And I honestly think she said, well, maybe we need to take her to the hospital because she doesn't look like she's trying to wake up or anything. Instead of touching her to see if she was alive or unalive, she didn't do that. I don't believe this woman ever touched Shanquilla. Period. I think she to cover her tail, she started CPR to call the EMTs because she needed to cover her tail. She just looked at her, and they had her clothed and had her in a position where they thought she was. The doctor said, "Oh, I see this all the time. It's just alcohol poisoning. You gotta let her sleep it off and keep her hydrated." And I guarantee you, when she turned around and felt that body, that's when she's like, "Oh my God, I've been here a whole hour. I didn't touch her. I didn't do nothing. Oh, I gotta do CPR." The cover up again. That's why they're on the investigation. This other timeline, I don't believe it. I believe Shanquella passed by 11:30. They left the villa. They went and did whatever they want to do, having a good time while they friend lay unalive on the floor. Maid come about 1 o'clock and find her. Call them. They make it back about something to 2. They realize the maid, "Oh, you can go ahead. We called the doctor. We got the doctor. She's coming." Nazir shows up and the doctor comes at 3:15. From 3:15 to 4:15, the doctor don't touch Shanquella. Don't touch her. Don't start. She said she started IV attempt. You lying. She ain't. Excuse me, y'all. She did not touch Shanquella. She sat there and looked at her and said, "Well, she's resting good." Did not touch her. Didn't even see if she was breathing or nothing. She's resting. All we can do is let her rest. Okay? When she probably got ready to leave, she probably said, "Oh, we can take her to the hospital, give her some IV fluids." And then that's when they say, no, we can leave. Can you try it here? And I guarantee you, I promise you, in my opinion, that when they said, "Can you try IV here?" that's when she realized that girl was passing. That girl had passed. Nazir had called her mama, told her what the doctor said while they were all talking. Before she leaves, she said, "Yeah, I tried to get her IV started." And when she started that IV, that's when she said, "Oh my God, she is gone." And she had to back up and think and start CPR. That's when they called the EMTs. By the time she got there, they shocked her for what? Shock on what? She didn't have no heartbeat. What's the point of shocking somebody? Giving medicine for what? You didn't get an IV? How you gonna give adrenaline? Somebody covering up and somebody lying. So I believe my part. I take my belief over what they say any day. Nancy said, "I am Latina, fully bilingual. He seems on the up and up. Of course, I can't say for sure." That's what I said to Nancy. I just got a feeling he is on the up and up. And a lot of people don't understand. There might be some differences in wording that he might understand in the way he understands it, and we might understand it in the way we understand. Okay? Plus, it was physically male hands. Thank you. See, Simone Morrison, hi. FBI North Carolina is dragging their legs. Needs to go FBI headquarters ASAP. Family need Addie Ben Crump services ASAP. True. I feel like they are going to have to really push this. They're going to have to take this money that they raised, and they're going to have to push for the FBI. They're going to have the best lawyer and the best people possible. And they might not even take the money. They might do it pro bono. Okay? Or they might just take a donation. Because some people want their name out there. And this right here will get them out there. Kelly says, "So true. For every action, there's a consequence." Yes. Hello, Black Joy Webb. Hi. Hello, Patricia Thompson. She must have been terrified. Can you imagine? How do the subpoenas work in another country? From what I gathered, when they can subpoena to be questioned, but the other country will have to send their representative, and that representative will have to track them down, send the subpoenas to their home. If they do not comply with the subpoena, they can be arrested and deported back. Because that means you got a bench warrant. You didn't show up to a court date. So really, the representative from Mexico has the subpoenas. They come to the FBI quarters. They say, we got subpoenas. We need to talk to them now. So the FBI will go and get those subpoenas. And if they don't show up on that date of the subpoena, they can be arrested. Yes. Allegedly, in my opinion. From what I've been told. I can't seem to find updated information on this case anywhere. You have to go to Happiness. You really have to go to, I went to Google. If you type in Villa Linda 32, all kinds of stuff comes up. I mean, all kinds of stuff. From Mexico, from Gerardo Zuniga, from Metropolitans, there, Cabo News, it's all on that. How can an unalive body seize? Exactly. That's why I say, when they asked her to start an IV, she felt that body, and she's like, holy ish, she is gone. She turned over, started CPR, trying to cover her behind. I don't believe for 1 minute that she seized and used the bathroom herself. I don't believe it. I do believe this. I believe she passed over, like I said, around 11:30, 12, because the injuries were that morning. They didn't think they were going to hurt her. They beat her. They attacked her. And I say they because I think all of them had a part in it. I honestly do. She passed about 15 to 20 minutes later because you have an atlas luxation. That's like taking my finger out of the bone, taking this part out of the joint. Her neck was like this. This is the joint, you guys. Imagine this being her head, right? Her neck was off the joint. Her spinal cord was cracked. She couldn't move. That girl kept attacking her. She couldn't even move. Y'all saw her like this. She couldn't do nothing. So 15 minutes later, I'm going to run my scenario down. It might not make sense to a lot of people, but it makes sense to me because I'm medical. And I'm looking at all the medical issues on here. And it's a lot. It's a lot of cover up for that doctor. And I'm telling you guys, I don't believe it for 1 minute that she went there and touched Shanquella until she got ready to leave, until they asked her to start an IV. That's when she realized Shanquella was gone, and she turned over, tried to save her butt, tried to save Shanquella's seized, tried to do CPR, tried to give shots already on an unalive person that the heart is not moving. How you gonna give adrenaline when you don't have an IV? Come on, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Well, I feel the doctor failed Shanquella and should be liable too. She's under investigation, but guess what? She's still working. Please hit the like button, you guys. Hey, Devan, is that Brennan? Hello. Only one reported anyway. Happiness said the doctor needs to be held accountable. She does. Because her report does not match what is being said. Good evening. Hey, Kimberly. I'm just wondering why and who took this picture, or is this a video? I don't know who took the picture. I don't know why it was taken. Pictures are always taken at crime scenes. All the time. Every time. Pictures are there to show the juries when they go to court. Pictures are always going to be taken point blank. Being a sexual assault nurse, we have to take pictures of the assault, and we have to document. We have to put labels where this was, where it happened. So pictures are going to be taken. If you think for 1 minute that pictures won't leak out, when you got people that's got intel inside of the police department, they will leak out a couple of pictures. I would not be surprised if they didn't do it. So to me, I feel like this was taken by people who are around. Maybe this was Nazir's phone. Who knows? He's the one say he took pictures and videos, but yet he never produced any. So maybe this is off one of their phones. I don't know. I can't answer that. Simone Morrison, hey, play stupid games. Unalive Shanquilla win stupid prize. Prison time in Mexican jail ain't nobody's prize. Trust and believe. If they know what these people know, they better start squealing like pigs on fire. If you look at this picture, you see the bag that Nazir said and the pillow in the picture on the over the exactly. So that's why I said I'm leaning toward that this is her. There was the bag there was the couch, there were other things there that Nazir explained. And when I saw that, I saw her. If y'all see the picture of her with her head down, her hair was just like that. They moved her from the bedroom to the living room. They dressed her. Happiness Mexican jail will serve them well. Yes, they will. 45 watching, 31 likes. Hey, ADR. Sassy, we are 45 minutes into the chat. We have 15 minutes left, okay? The doctor is complicit. She needs some consequences. She does. She needs to be held accountable. Happiness, Sassy, the teachers are mad at you about your comments about little knots not being delayed. We know delayed when we see it. Still love you, though. Don't be... Y'all don't be mad at me. I'm just saying, y'all. If he's 2 years old, then I can see, you know. But if he was 3 or 4, then I'd be like, okay, you know. I love y'all. Says if a doctor lies in the chart, what is the recourse in the United States? Well, I'm just here to tell you, it won't be. The recourse will be in Mexico. It won't have nothing to do here because she lied on there. She's a doctor there, so they would be the ones to prosecute her. Hey, Rel. Hey, Caramel. How you doing? Hey, Yvette Bell. Welcome to the chat, Caramel Rel. You super funny. I saw one of your lives. She's so crazy. Hey, girl. I didn't watch it. It was too much for me. I did block it out. I did not want to show Shanquilla in that state. I just couldn't. But I did circle everything that Nazir said that was in that room at that time that the doctors were there. I circled that stuff was circled and it was there. So I'm inclined to believe that was her. And it has nothing to do with who's on the floor. It has everything to do with what was in the place that they said was in place. Now, could have been Photoshop? I don't think it was Photoshop. Being a photographer, I definitely would have to go look at it more. But as I looked at it, I don't think it was Photoshop. Hey, Deshonda. The doctor's just as dirty. Unfortunately, she will be given. True. Black Joy, he is delayed. I love you back. I said he was delayed. That's Bruce Lee's son. That Jackie Chan, baby. Jackie Chan be tearing her head up. Don't pull every piece of hair out of Coleslaw head. Then she resorting to wigs and stuff. Oh, but you don't wear wigs. He tore her pride and joy up, which was her hair. Honey, she ain't got no hair. Between Knox and Martell, she done lost every strand of hair she got. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. Hey, Sassy. Let's see. Happiness real. That is so funny to me. It is. I try to be nice. You know what I'm saying? I tried, y'all. I try not to talk about the kiddos, but you know, Knox is a hellion now. I'm telling you, Knox gonna be something else. Knox is just like his daddy at that age. He wasn't taught boundaries. He wasn't taught how to respect, how to sit down, how to hush, not to say yes ma'am, no ma'am. When he's talked to, he just keeps doing what he want to do. That's not delay. That's called no what you call it? No no discipline. That's no discipline. Hey Jessica Darnell, hello. The body gets swollen from blunt force objects. Thank you. ADR, we're both medical professionals. And let me make this clear. Gerald Jackson said that body was swollen. I said in my video earlier, depending on what happened to her, it's when you would see the gases. She had trauma to her body. Gases form early. Okay, point blank, period. If you have worked in a medical field like I am, still am, have seen plenty of decomp and gas body, trust me, it happens early. Naturally, it might take a little time. But when you got trauma to a body and you don't already start releasing blood into the system that is not oxygenated, she's bloated. It don't take long. And so Shanquilla may not look slender after the bruising, swelling, bloating that can happen. See any boxer after fighting. Mike Tyson, for example, is thank you, ADR. 48 watching, 40 likes. Hit those like buttons. Lil Paulina gang, he going to stop ranting to us. Really, the pic they showed with her laying on the floor was not her, because Shanquilla was a tiny girl. That person on the floor was chubby. They're playing in our faces. Real? I don't know. Like I said, if you go and that body got trauma to it, you gonna swell up. Your face gonna swell. Wherever you hit, gonna swell, and those gases gonna come soon. And on top of that, she's in a hot climate. Depending on the conditions. See, this is what they don't tell people. They don't tell people the condition of the body can cause early release of gases. I mean, if there's trauma, if you get hit by a car, you gonna swell. Okay? You gonna swell. When I say swell, you gonna swell. And gases are gonna form, especially if you don't make it. Trauma expedites the body breaking down. I'm just letting y'all know that. I've been doing this. I've been seeing it forever. Have a cousin that is a coroner in South Carolina. He can, you know, in matter of fact, I'm going to call him and see what he do a live with me one day so he can explain this, because I'm telling y'all, I know what I'm saying. The medical staff in the picture looks very lost. They did. Like, they just don't know what is going on. They didn't. She was already gone. The EMTs was like, what are we doing? I mean, what? Between Knox and Martell, Ariane has lost who she is altogether. Chad, they done beat her. He done beat her. Martell done beat her sexually. He done beat her emotionally. And Polar Knox beating her physically. Tear her head up. Sharon W. That baby can't talk because he can't breathe. It's true. He just sound like he out of breath all the time. Hey, T-Totes, chatter-watters. Hey, ADR, we're going to call them T-Totes and T-Coasters. The ones that's coasters are the ones that, you know, just come in and out. But the T-Totes are we the banger. We tote this thing. Right, always snotty. He is, bless his heart, just snotty and with the old sagging pamper. Look like the Boondocks. No home training, no, much less discipline. He don't, y'all. He don't. That's why he can't sit down, because his mama feed him all that candy. She don't discipline him, and it's gonna bite them in the behind in the end time. Watch and see. Really says, Sharon, he talks like he has a mouthful of now laters and Starbucks. No. He does, bless his heart. He is pitiful. Definitely swollen due to all the trauma to her little body. It was so sad. Yes, Deshonda. And she was only 100 pounds. Can you imagine being beat like that? Now, the first time she got hit, she was hit in the head 36 times. 36. After she slung her neck and slung her back, she was hit an additional 17 times in the head. She was trauma. If her spinal cord snapped, spinal fluid is leaking into the body. She's going to swell. Okay? Please understand the body and what goes on. People don't understand that. They say, oh, she couldn't swell that fast. Yes, you can. You got fluids in this girl's body. You got the spinal cord. Spinal cord fluid is different from any fluid in the body. It has its own system. Blood and spinal fluid don't supposed to mix. If you snap her spine, it's all in her system. She is going to swell. This is what people don't get. So it could be very well her. I don't think they're playing in my face. I'm on a medical end of this. I'm looking at what can happen. I see it. I have seen it. Kosar definitely seems like she's the mother of the kids with silver caps. Oh, that dang sugar. Child, what you talking about, no snotty nose? Come out here. And she... Anyone who wants to give to the channel, you can do so by Cash App, Teresa Lindsay 12, $, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Greta. The 49 watching, 42 likes. Great job. Martell gonna find y'all. We ain't scared of Martell. We ain't scared, honey. He don't scare us. Melanie, we ain't never scared. Okay? Okay? And Rail, did you get my my email? I'm sorry, it took me forever to reply. I just found your email, Rail. Please respond to me and let me know when and where, how you want to do this thing, because we can do that there. Oh, Greta, 54 minutes into the chat. We got 6 minutes left. Poor baby, he sound like he smokes. Don't he know? He do sound like an old smoker, a pipe smoker at there. Okay. Pediatrics is not my nursing expertise, but a little Mav Knox maybe slowly coming around. But I defer to teachers. They have a sixth sense on some kids' learning development. He is still in daycare. I don't know if he is in daycare. Somebody say he got kicked out of daycare from biting his... Damn, baby done got kicked out of daycare already for biting and pulling people's hair. Poor baby. Knox done got kicked out of daycare, y'all. Can y'all imagine the first grade? Oh my God. Oh, 36 times hit in the head would be deadly. Yes, that's the first time. There was an additional 17 blows after those 36. He needs to show him how to act. He is not learning anything. If he was so smart, he would know. Yeah. Yes. They said Knox got kicked out of daycare. That's what I heard. I heard he got kicked out of daycare. You know, they said they tried to put him in daycare the first time, and he screamed so much that they allegedly had to tell Ariane to take her baby out because they did not have time to sit there and babysit the baby. He got kicked out then. He was like 9-10 months then. Now they say he did the same thing. He biting, he scratching, he pulling people's hair. They've been warned several times. Now they say get him out. They can't deal with him. Knox is a hellion, baby. All right, Knox, you gonna meet the right girl and she gonna beat the hell out of you. You better leave them girls alone. Twice I heard he was kicked out. Me too, little Paulette in the game. I do some pediatrics, and he just a bad little booger with no discipline. That's exactly right, Deshonda. I work pediatrics too, and I'm telling you, he just needs some discipline. And he need a nebulizer. I'm going to check it today, sis. Okay. He's not going to find mail. I'm at a place he never goes work. He never go work. Martell better be scared someone will report him to CPS. Thank you. Having little sugar mama out there with no gloves on, I could have reached to the phone and choked him myself. If not her, then who was it? How many red rums of this horrific, brutal nature did they have in the B&B? I looked that up. This was the first in that one. Okay? The first. These are supposed to be the exclusive villas of Cabo. Then you have next door to these villas, you have a resort. Next door to the villas, which is like a little small community, that was where the two young black people, a girl and a boy, were carbon monoxide poisoned. And then it was also said in one of the other villas closer to the resort, that's where Mr. Davis was kidnapped, held for ransom, and unalived. So from 1026 to 1029, there were 4 black deaths in Cabo. That's why they're trying to get this stuff straightened up. Because guess what? Ain't nobody black going there. And we ain't. 2 packs of Kool-Aid, cools a day. Child, Teresa just become a member. Thank you, Teresa. Yay! Welcome, Teresa, to the member. Yay! Thank you. Y'all better stop talking about now. You're going to make Martell come into Sassy Chat. Come on, Martell. Come on. Yeah, Greta. Martell don't want nothing to do. Martell got mad as hell at me one time in his chat. He didn't block me, though. He didn't block me. I went back. I said, this Negro don't block me. He didn't block me. But, baby, I read him for filth. Oh, he couldn't say nothing. He was tongue-tied. Every time he said something, I debunked it. Every time. I said, this doggone man gonna block me. I ain't gonna be, I'm gonna have to come on the dummy account. He was climbing that ladder. Hello? Diamond, I'm on my live. I'll call you back. Oh. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. Hello? Let's see. Hold on, you guys. Hello? Sorry, y'all. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Hello? Hello? Anyway, thank you, Teresa, for joining. We will drag his behind. We will drag him to hell and back. Dina Mae, first of all, she was alive longer than we're saying. That fluid is pooling and she is swelling. Thank you. I don't care what nobody says. People don't, if you don't understand the medical terms, it's easy to say, oh, it don't start to like 3 or 4 hours after the rigor. No. When your body start breaking down, gases start to form. And if your body has trauma, it's even going to form even faster. Because guess what? You got loose, damaged cells that are dying, and they are producing gases. Your heart is producing gases. Your stomach juices are producing gas. Now, Take, for instance, if you got gas on your stomach, how fast your stomach swell, right? You think that's just going to stop there? No. So I'm inclined to believe what I see, and I'm backed by science. He definitely need a nebulizer. He need it albuterol, or he need the Zopanex. He need a dual neb. I ran a daycare for 15 years, and if Knox got kicked out, this is really bad. Oh, it's terrible, Patricia. At that age, Teresa, you are welcome, and we love you, Sassy Chat. Yes. What kind of foolishness? Cabo 6. Yes. Okay, Sassy, we're 60 minutes in. Okay, Greta, I'm going to still read some of these because I hate not to read. The Flying Man Disciple. Anyone seen Tony Chin? He's missing. Who is that? They stay mad at me, especially Wanda be laying in her casket, cussing me out. Child, and be cooking in that dirty stove rail. I'ma cut really thumbs off and put them in my oven, in my incinerator. You know she can't say incinerator, she say incinerator. That dirty stove. I wish they would take Wanda off the show, really. I do. Tony Chin went missing, last seen in an underwater cavern system. What? I think we got a troll. About 1.5 miles down, he was good at math. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Troll patrol. Okay, that's what I said. She's been off several episodes since the fight at the Madani. She'll be at the reunion acting a fool. I have pools of blood in my stomach. Oh, okay. You banned it. I did a dip test. Good. Melanie keep flying, man. This disciple, he won't behave. I got him out, y'all. ADR got kicked out again. Yes, yikes. A little Lord Maverick Knox needs 28 to be social. Maybe pack him up with a cooler full of popsicles, donuts, jelly beans, cotton candy, and sneakers, Skittles, and M&M. Honey, he'll have a ball. Thank you, Melanie. At the end of the live, we get a troll every time. Okay, Paula in the game says, I watched that spirit box that they said Shankula came through. She said they all took turns. Honey, I believe it. I do believe it. I believe they all took turns, even the guys. I do. Hey, Candy Rose. Do you think they packed a special lunch for him? Child, they had Skittle sandwich. They had Skittle sandwiches. Oh, Lord, let me stop, y'all. Skittle sandwiches, honey. Skittle sandwiches. Oh, hey, Chris Long. We're at the end of the live. I'm sorry, y'all. We've been a little over an hour. I was just reading up on everybody things. Taste the rainbow. I bet he know every color. Blue, green. Okay, the live is over until tomorrow, 6 p.m. Well, 7 tomorrow. Okay, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Skittle sandwiches and foot stew. 7 p.m. tomorrow for the live, you guys. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you. And if I get anything else on this case, I will update you guys. And I will see you tomorrow at 7. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.